Hey, Heart Garbage Squad, quick and fast video because the bounce patch notes just dropped. Click on the media button under notice. You will see pre-notice monster bouncing and improvements. For you guys who don't know me, I'm primarily focused in RTA and Arena. So my review of what's going on is going to be primarily for RTA and Arena. I do apologize for the setup because I can't show you in the game because the text is too small. So I tried to bring on my browser and show you. So if it messes up, I do apologize. But it's the best we can do last minute. I know my green screen is a little trippy here. It's a little bit green. Anyways, my webcam is blocking it. I do realize, so I'm trying to be very careful of that. The Beast Riders got nerfed. Freaking happy. Everyone wanted the Beast Riders nerf except people who had the Beast Riders because their kit was literally overloaded with every skill in the game that you can imagine. Okay, the water one got nerfed. Basically, now it does less damage because it ignores less. Honestly, for me, my problem with this is actually her base speed. It's really high, and then they build on Swift, and then they strip and destroy the whole team. Right? That's my problem with it. For most people, I'm not sure because I play a very specific style. And if you're gonna ask me, how would you fix both Beast Riders, Foxy? I would say, just delete them from the game. They shouldn't have been there to begin with, okay? Well, that's how I would fix it. And that's why I'm not a developer and I'm playing this game and I'm paying them. So the win one, now instead of 0 attack bar, they get 75 decrease instead. Honestly, I don't think this is terrible because is changing from 0 to like 75 that game changing? Because I feel like it's not. And when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about it in a way where I'm thinking about the Gemini Cleave. You don't actually need 0 attack bar on the Gemini Cleave because it's actually really speed tuned very close together, or it should be at least. So I don't know if the Beast Rider nerf for the win one is that terrible, but definitely Savannah was not as overpowered as Barbara. Barbara was like the friggin' meme of everything. You just pick Barbara in every draft and you're guaranteed a good draft. So I don't know if this nerf to Barbara is going to be enough because first, I don't play against Barbaras very often, and when I do, it's just a speed game. And two, I don't have one, so I don't really know where she's kind of overloaded in. So I can't say too much of the Beast Riders here. Next thing I want to touch is the Dark Sky Dancer. And the Dark Sky Dancer looks really good because now you get attack bar increase. Increases the attack bar of allies with HP by 15%. So if you have really good runes, you're able to run 1 attack bar booster instead of, well, I guess it's, I don't know, do you call Dark Sky Dancer attack bar booster now because she gets 15%? So what I'm thinking about here is you can pick Dark Sky Dancer because of her leader skill, because speed lead, and then you pick a Kabila, and then you can fight Tritons with that team because Kabila's base speed is higher than Triton, and even though the Dark Sky Dancer is a little bit less than a 33 speed lead, it has the 15% gauge, and it also has a heal and multi-hit for any like Trianas or sustained battles. So I think that the Dark Sky Dancer will definitely see more action in Arena, and we'll be talking about Arena a little bit more because they definitely did a really good buff for a free-to-play unit that I want to talk about. So I don't have the Dark Sky Dancer, but I've seen some people use it in Arena. So that's what I think I'm going with. The 15% attack bar increase for Arena. For RTA, I'm not really sure how I feel about it because I don't know about RTA, honestly. The sustain is not that... I can't say for sure about RTA, but I definitely think it will see some action, okay? And then we have the Demon of Fire. Increases damage by 8%. I don't even know what that does. How about you just rework that whole thing? Because that unit is doo-doo, and I got one of these. So how about we buff it by 80%? That will be a very good buff. 80% Fire Demon, you heard it here first. Everyone will want one. And I don't know if you guys remember this. I said if they buffed any of the Beast Monks, I will Devilmon my Shazam and I will use it in my Guild Siege.
Shazam Showcase.
In Siege 1v3, Guild War 1v3, whatever, if any of the Beast Monks get buffed, not even my Shazam, okay? Any one of them. You heard it here first. Unfortunately, the Beast Monks have been buffed. Meditate on the light one. Actually, all of them, all three of them got buffed. This is probably going to be used more than Guild War because it has a cleanse now. However, I don't have too much to say about it. All I have to say about this buff is look forward to my max skill Devilmon Shazam with grade A runes, destroying some 1v3 siege, and I'm gonna go full regret building that unit. Just because I honestly did not think Comtuos would even buff that unit. And I talked really big, and now I'm gonna back up my game. And my Discord was like, delete the evidence. I'm not gonna delete the evidence. I'm a man of my words, and you will see that Shazam come in hot, okay? And the Fire Ifrit got a buff, so he takes less damage from people with no harmful effects. Hisaru's already good. People who build speed crit damage attack or HP will see he's actually very good in Guild Wars, so now he's gonna be even better. So it's like a buff for free-to-play units there. Like I can see Comtuos really buffing free-to-play units so people can actually compete in Guild War, Guild Siege, RTA, whatever it is, right? And then the Water Joker. So everybody says it's Blution because he's just there's just his brother that's blue that does nothing. So now he's actually gonna do something. He's instead of his skill 2 surprise box like Lucian, now he does like a Leebly skill 2. So he has a bomb on skill 2. Do I move my Leebly runes over to my Blution runes? Do you guys want to see that? Because I will have to use my I picked the Water HOH for Lucian this anniversary. So I can make a max skill Blution, put my Leebly runes on him, and make a video. Do you guys want to see it? In the comments below? If you do, let me know, okay? I saw the mermaid buff. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I definitely think they're good. They're good. What I want to talk about here is really huge. It is the Ifrit of the Wind. So instead of a stupid, dirty accuracy leader skill, he now gets 24% speed lead. That's actually insane. When I think about it, it's really insane because, first of all, he's free to play, and all you guys crying it's not free to play, there's no help for you. Because if you're not buying those Ifrits and you didn't get 5 of them to pick one of them, you're probably really early game, you're probably a choosing beggar, I got nothing to say to you. So anyways, like I was saying, 24 free-to-play percent speed lead. It's really good because after Shayna got nerfed and her speed lead got removed, there was no free-to-play speed lead other than Shimate. And Shimate, it's good, however, like it's wind. Like my problem with Shimate's skill lead is it's very niche, like how you want to use him. Like he doesn't have a defense break. He scales off speed, which is fantastic. However, he's not like a bruiser like Vanessa. I don't know what it's just hard to use Shimate for a lot of people. And the fact that here's my problem. I have like a lot of confused thoughts as you can see from Amir buff. And let me just restart here. It's good free to play. However, it's wind like Shimate. 3, it doesn't really make sense to be on Amir. When I say it, it's because when you think of Amir, where do you use Amir? In a Galleon Tiana type of cleave or a slow cleave. If you use it in a slow shield will cleave, you don't even need the speed lead. Who uses a speed lead on turn 2? Almost no one. And if you do, you're probably doing a very specific comp or a very specific defense that you can outspeed for whatever reason. So speed lead on that doesn't really make sense. 2, Amir requires setup. He needs a Galleon. He needs a cleanse, because if you don't have a cleanse, how you land beneficial defects. What are they called? Like how do you land Galleon defense break and then like glancing attack down and all that stuff for Amir's 3rd skill to do more damage. So he requires a lot of setup. And when you require a lot of setup, more often than not, you're going turn 2. So how does a 24 speed lead on Amir make sense? It doesn't really make sense. So my next point is, most people are going to pair Amir with Tiana. Tiana is typically built or can be built as a wind DPS. The fact that Amir is a wind DPS makes it hard for you to have variety in your offense. I know I spend a lot of time here, or not a lot of time, a few minutes here talking about Amir because I think it's huge, step in the right direction, but just not quite there yet because it's Amir. And then think about it this way. When you use Amir, you're gonna pair him up with 99% of the time a Zaros. If you have a Zaros, you're probably pairing up with something in Dudu, okay? Like an Akia, because of the reset. You're not pairing with the Ganymede because it's not AoE, and it's also one double wind again, or triple wind because Tiana Ganymede. Okay, so I know this last minute is not scripted, so Amir will require you to have defense break setup, debuffs if possible for maximum damage. Skill lead doesn't make sense because you're defeating turn 2. Doesn't make sense. If you have a 5 billion speed Tiana, I guarantee you're not outspeeding that 33 speed lead, 6 billion speed Triton on arena defense with your 24 speed lead and Tiana. It's not there yet for high level gameplay. And it's perfectly fine because it's not meant to be high level gameplay. This is meant for mid game and low game, which this is fantastic, like I said. However, the fact is, like I mentioned all my points here, I know I'm rambling here, but I really wished this speed lead was on something else because it just doesn't provide enough. It's really good. I'm going to conclude here. It's going to be really good for you free-to-play users who are early game, mid game, who have run a shield will cleave. But the speed lead will not make too much sense for you. If you have a Tiana, like 140, 150, it probably makes sense for you to use Amir because with the speed lead and Tiana in that speed range, you can outspeed like things like Despair Praha, for example. Or like any strip like a Juno, for example, also applies. However, I really like this balance patch overall. We waited like how many months is this? I don't know if it's worth it, but definitely in the separate direction, all right? Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.